So it is a beautiful day here today. So we're spending time outside, and I figured I could make my video while I was outside, but someone's awake, so it makes it a little more difficult to get things done. Doesn't it?
Seems like today I'm looking back. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll see further than my little head allows me to.
Okay, ladies, let me start off by just thanking Jamie immensely for your kind words. Like, I kid you not, I almost started bawling in that video while you were saying all those very, very kind things. It really means a lot to know that I'm portraying it outwardly. It's so awesome to me when women are strong, confident creatures, and I think that's what makes women attractive. To anyone, really, is a strong, confident woman. And Jamie, I noticed, you were always that way, though. You were just always seemed so strong, and just, you've always seemed confident, and especially now with what you do, and just, you put yourself out there every day, and, your body looks slamming anyways, but you're totally confident in it, so that's really cool to see. But anyways, it meant a lot. You and I have been through a lot of years together, and a lot of things together, so I really appreciate that someone I'm close to recognizes the change and can acknowledge that it's a positive change. So that's really nice, and I really, really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting it, so it was a nice, it was kind of a nice boost, because sometimes you feel like you're being confident, but you're not always sure that it's coming off that way. And it really got me thinking about the subject of confidence, and just, I have a friend that's pregnant right now, and we were sitting around talking, and she was like fluffing her shirt. She's 15 weeks along, I think, which at that point, you're obviously showing. So she has a baby bump, and it's adorable. And when you're pregnant, that's what you're supposed to have, right? Like, it's a given. She's past that stage where she looks, when you're first starting, you just look fat. But it's definitely a bump. And she was trying to hide it. And I just couldn't for the life of me figure out why. And it brought up the issue of confidence again, and it's just, you have to be confident in your own body. Like, you just have to, no matter what size, no matter what you look like, no matter who you are. If you're not confident in who you are, like, you're always going to be disappointed or not happy with yourself, and that's no way to live. Excuse me for a second. So anyways, I really appreciated that. Yeah, long rant. So, questions this week. There weren't that many, actually. Barely any. Tara, I forgot to answer your question from last week, which is if I could commit any crime, which one would I commit? And Jamie, I have to agree with you that it would be robbing a bank. However, you didn't think, like, you'd rather do it yourself, which is awesome. That's a good quality to want to have that drive, but gosh, it would have made buying and finding a house so much easier if I had robbed a bank. So that's just where I'm sure it will change, and I wouldn't change my life or add. I think when people get a lot of money, it gets, things can happen to egos and just how you live life and what the kind of person you become when you come into a lot of money. So I wouldn't want that aspect of it. But I would have robbed a bank to just cover the costs of buying the house that I want, I guess. I know I'm boring. So that's the answer to that question. Then Tara asked this week if I believe in signs. Wow, this is kind of a tough question. I believe that everything happens for a reason, I guess, is how I want to put it. I don't believe in signs like seeing something and knowing something's going to happen, or, seeing, I don't know, a word in my Starbucks latte. Like, I don't believe in that kind of thing, but I do believe everything happens for a reason. So if something happens, it's because it was meant to be. So in that way, I believe in that. But I don't really believe in signs. So, I believe in, yeah, I don't know how to explain it other than when we were trying to buy, I guess it comes back to, I promise, once we buy a house, this will be the end of hearing about houses and what it means to me. But when we were trying to buy a house and it seems like everything's going wrong or you're having to jump over 15 hurdles to just get stuff done, we finally came to the conclusion that it wasn't meant to be that house, so we walked away from it. So that's kind of what I believe in, like stuff coming up that is causing you to believe it may not be the right thing to do, or it is the right thing to do. So anyways, there's just been a lot of instances in my life when I was thinking about getting pregnant and having Xander. Again, it was that kind of thing where it just kept coming up, things kept happening that we just decided, I think it's time for us to do this. So not necessarily signs, but just stuff that happens. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. And then this week I picked the topic, favorite music or just music that I listen to. And I love everything. Honestly, like I listen to everything from pop to rock to country, jazz, easy listening. What else kind of is there? When I was in high school, like I was really into like Simple Plan, Better Than Ezra, Blink 182, Nirvana, stuff like that. And anyways, now it's more of the Jack Johnsons, the John Mayers, the Jason Mrazes, Sarah Bareilles, Ingrid Michaelson, Colby Calais, Sheryl Crow, just more of that almost indie feel, I guess. Not true indie, but just more relaxed, acoustic, laid back. But, you know, when you go out to the clubs and stuff, you gotta be popping and locking with the pop music, like Britney and Britney. By the way, I was a Britney supporter. Still love Britney. She's awesome. I'm gonna admit it. Beyonce. Gotta love Beyonce. Just stuff like that. I'm not really into rap. The one person I can probably say for a fact that I cannot stand listening to his music is Eminem. Just forget it. Don't even want to go there. Don't want to listen to him. What? Oh, what happened? Those are probably my top picks. Songs. I mean, I like Lady Gaga. She's putting it down. I kind of like her persona, just, again, going back to the confidence. She's a very confident woman, and she doesn't care what she does, says, or looks like. She just doesn't care. So that's kind of nice, too. So, yeah, I pretty much like everything country. I'm not as big on anymore. I used to listen to it a lot when I was in high school, just because that's the only station my parents listened to. But I like Keith Urban and Taylor Swift and Sugarland. Sugarland's awesome. So, yeah, I love music. I think that I listen to the lyrics. I'll talk to Jason, I'll be like, weren't those awesome lyrics? And he was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I guess there's just people that don't listen to the lyrics of songs, but I am one of those people, and I try and interpret music. I relate it to life. There's a lot of things, like memories that are attached to music and stuff. Jamie, I think you know what I'm talking about. You're unbelievable. But, so yeah. That's about all I have to say on music. We've been hitting a lot of concerts. Oh, another big genre that I like is reggae. Bob Marley. I mean, I know Ben Harper's not reggae, but just kind of that feel. Yeah, I'm really into that stuff too. So, yeah, I think that's it for me now about this video because it's going to be really long. So, yeah, that's it for this Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I should know more about the house situation, so I will let you guys know. My parents are in Alaska right now, though, so the house is empty for 10 days, so that's completely freaking awesome. I get normal coffee for 10 days. Go me. So, okay, that's it. I'm going to stop talking now. Jamie, I will see you tomorrow.